scraping when I open the door. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Let's fix that. So the way we have fixed this, there is a bolt behind the fender about here, and I think it's actually down there. So what you need to do is get behind there, loosen this bolt, and then pull the door forwards, and then pull the fender forwards, and then tighten that bolt from that side into its new, more forwards position, because it's scraping against the door here. Let me bring you in so you can see that better. There. I'm not sure if the camera can focus on that. Can you see that little bit of scraping? Yeah, it's quite bad. Yeah, and it's in between there. So, yeah, that's what I need to do. So the only way to get to that bolt is going this way. To remove the bolts off the wheel, take the wheel off, and then take the fender lining, mudguard bolts, and then get a long extension and reach this way. Something like this would help. And let me show you how to fix that then. Now with the wheel out of the way, there are these 3 bolts I have to remove first. Then I have to take the fender liner, I can take up to about here off, peel the whole thing up, and then get to the bolt which is down basically there. The microphone's inside the wheel well, so I'm not sure how well the audio is even picked up. But you do need to remove this. Just give that a yank, comes off. And then the rest of this fender lining, you should be able to pull it upwards like this. You do need to remove this screw too. And that's just a Phillips. But there's one of those annoying plastic ones, so be careful. There we go. And now the entire thing out. So I'm holding the camera now so I can show you a bit better. With this peaked up like this, you can just about see. Can you see that bolt at the top? I'll circle it or mark it out in the footage. It's that one there. Can you see that? Yeah, so I just need to loosen the nut on that. What's the best way I can get the angle? Hold on. So this might work now. Yeah, can you see that nut there? So it's right in the centre of the screen, that one. I'm holding the light up with my other hand. And yeah, that's the one you need to loosen and then pull out or push in to adjust the fender's position. So I'm going to have to pull it out to align it with the door so it doesn't scrape. And just sort of keep tweaking with it. The best way to do this, I've done it before, is to loosen it up, pull it out, tighten it a tiny bit so it just doesn't move by itself, close the door. If it works, then tighten it up. If not, pull it out a little bit more and just keep redoing it until you get to the position you like. So you know where the nut is about here, so you need to use a long tool to access it. I'm using this. There's a 10mm I think at the end, so let me just check and then adjust it. There. So I was able to get the bolt loose. I had to upgrade to this, which is the half-inch version that I was using because the 1/4 inch wasn't giving enough torque. So with this, I was able to break it free. I'm not sure why I was so stuck, because I did do this job not that long ago as well. But between then and now, I did get the car undercoated, so that could be something. And now, if you can hear, I can pull the fender loose, so probably pull it out a bit, and then just tighten up about here maybe, and then see how it lines up with the door. And just like that, I have actually fixed it, because if I put the camera here, open the door, it doesn't hit anymore. Oops. But it is very close, so I'm going to maybe pull it out a tiny bit more off camera and line it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Because at the moment it is actually quite lined up with the car. It looks pretty straight. And so I pulled it out a bit more. You can't really even tell, but when I open the door now, it's just the creaky hinges you hear and no scraping. So that's good. And while I am sorting this out, I might just go around the front of the car and the camera's not seeing very well. Sort out this is very loose license plate. So yeah, so I can get it to sit properly like that. So what makes it weird is actually our 13mm spanners, like they're 30mm for the whole thing, which is a bit weird. But because I was expecting a 14 or something, so I'm just gonna have to use that and then an adjustable spanner too, just to hold one in place while I tighten one side. And yeah, just done that now, and like just like that, the plate is tight, so that's good. And now while I can do that, let me put everything back together over here. So to reassemble this part here, first you should make sure to tighten that bolt back. That's the main thing. Then loop it around like that. Make sure to put them this way around, and same on the bottom. There's also one right at the bottom down here, so you should do that too. So. Wait, why is this one backwards? Is it... Wait. Oh, mine doesn't have. My bolt down here must have snapped. Oh, you can't even see that. So there. Yeah, so my bolt down here snapped at one point because there's a hole there. Got the plastic peg for it, but there's just no bolt for it because I didn't take one off because there wasn't one there. Okay, this thing's covered in so much undercoating. So yeah, make sure to hook them around and push them on like that, so they will sit correctly. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this plastic thing back on, so it sits there for that. Next thing I'm going to do is that thing, which is shove this plastic peg thing in, and then get your screwdriver and your screw. Then get your thing. So put all the car back together now, and you can see, or you can hear, no scraping, which means why it worked. And you can see it looks well aligned. The panel seems to be warped itself, or is it just the paint that's terrible with reflections? But yeah, it works. And no more scraping, so no more chewing up all the paint that's down here. And yep, that's really it. Thanks for watching the video. If you don't mind, subscribe, put the bell up because I don't put videos on that often. And maybe I should see you around. See you next time.